The first time it was ever put together was when we put it together inside. When you make a 10-foot sculpture, it takes, let's say, X amount of time. And you say, okay, well, it's going to take twice as long. Well, to make one that big, a 30-footer that weighed almost 9,000 pounds, it was crazy. Okay. The giraffe.
Yes.
I've done children's hospitals before. I haven't done a 30-foot sculpture for a children's hospital. This children's hospital clinic, they had seen my other giraffes that are 10 or 12, 14 feet tall. And they want a big giraffe, a kinetic giraffe. So I said, well, let's do it. But making that 30-foot sculpture took about 3 times longer than I thought it would. This took about a year to put this together, and it was pretty exciting. First you draw the concept out, then you break it down into hard lines, and you cut out all the pieces exactly, and then you have to make sure it all fits together. And then you put it together so you have a small prototype. If the prototype works, then you cut out a 30-foot piece. You've met Dr. Gizmo, right? Oh, Dr. Gizmo. He's like a mechanical genius. He's got machinery that's absolutely amazing. And I got together with him on how we were going to move this head.
The first thought, of course, was to go back to James Watt and the steam engine and crank the head up and pull it back and crank the head up. And we weren't charmed by that idea. It wasn't subtle enough.
He came up with the idea, let's just move a weight backwards and forwards. That head weighs 800 pounds. And this 10-pound weight just goes forward and backwards, and that whole head moves. And we worked on it, and we kind of modified it and kept changing it. So it's been a lot of hands-on and a lot of learning. This was a really complicated sculpture, but it came out really spectacular. Theoretically, everything went together in the model, and everything should have gone together as the big sculpture. It's state of the art, and it's made so kids want to come here and they want to get, see doctors. I mean, how many kids want to go see a doctor? They don't. I have pieces in Denver at the Denver burn unit. They would tell me how these kids would come up in a wheelchair every day and move it and sit there and play with it. When you see uplifting art, you don't feel so bad. And the kids would fantasize about being some other place rather than in a hospital for some, terrible disease. When you're making something this big, where one leg weighs almost a ton, or the body weighs 3,000 pounds, one mistake and someone can be killed. I had a lot of sleepless nights waking up. How are we going to do this? How are we going to get it in the building? Dr. Gizmo would come over here and say, I woke up in the middle of the night last night in a cold sweat. What if this doesn't work? I had to keep changing designs and changing the engineering so that it would go together and we could get it in the building, and then we could put it together in the building. when it actually went together and I got to see it working, and the head up there moving with everything, I was like, wow, this is amazing. I mean, every time I think about it, I get a smile and go, wow, I'd like to have one of those in my backyard.